80 hours ago, 70, 60, 50 hours ago. 50 hours ago is when we started getting this lower layer here. Pretty much what you see in the low horizon. Now, as we go towards the 40 hour, there's a few anomalies right here. These are Haarp bursts. These little circular windows that create, you can't make a burst as a square. They come out as circles. So what they're doing is they've filled this area with their particles, their chemicals, and now they're proceeding to burst it within the cloud formations to make more clouds come out. I mean, as far as that's what I'm theorizing. There has to be chemtrails sprayed into this so that the Haarp burst can actually do something. They need to have like particles of aluminum, if you were to put a can in your microwave, you need to have the can in your microwave to make it spark. So this is just like that. They have aluminum particles throughout the clouds sprayed in from planes, and once it gets to a certain point where the mix has made its mix, they start bursting the clouds. Now, bursts come out in circles. Here's a circle, here's a circle, here's a circle. I think there's a circle up there a little bit, or there will be. Now, as I go, you can see other circles in the formation. See this opening, this window right here? That was burst, and when they burst it, it fries the particles in the cloud, but somehow it creates a reaction that makes these clouds, the puffy clouds, instead of just being in the atmosphere. Now, you see that? Here's 3 bursts. 1, 2, 3. As I go, you see the circular, the bursts seem to resonate on the edges more. So what happens is they burn a circle into the cloud more than what they're doing in the middle of it. It burns a circular window, not window, but it fries those particles mostly on the edges of the array. Here's one down here. See the circle? Now watch as I move them. These are where the circles were. See the white clouds popping up? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're moving. And 1, 2, 3, 4. They're getting bigger clouds. Now, if we look back, here is a circle that's gotten bigger than what this is 45 hours, 46 hours. See the circle blooming, 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 blooming. 1, 2, 3. See, they start small. 1, 2. That one you can't see. Here's one down here. Here's some that only have the edges, but these are see, watch, see that area right here? Boom. Now see, it's smooth, smooth, smooth. The Haarp burst, you see the edges, and watch the center of that circle. Boom. It collapses. Now, I think there's different frequencies what they can towards doing what they're doing to get certain outputs of what they want. You know, like this burst could be different than this burst, but they're still circular patterns. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. These didn't do the effect what that did. This bursted into particles. This kind of spread things out. This actually starts the cloud formations, but this one is probably just to mix this lower part that's feeding into that. So they created this. This whole cloud is created. Now watch. There may be moisture coming up from this pattern. But something needs to drag it up. Something needs to drag it up. Now if we're lucky, I could see some trails, but I'm not seeing any trails. They may just be using the clouds themselves. Here's where it gets created. See all of that? Then it thickens. And that's where those bursts were made. 45 hours, at the 45-hour mark. There they are. 1, 2, 3. Watch right here as that area fills up with clouds, the higher formations. "14 hours ago, 10, 5 hours ago, see that here's this big window of pressure that we've had off our coast every year. This wasn't here a couple weeks ago. It seemed to just start to create. Just start to be created. Where the flow goes over, and whatever this is, it seems like they try to drag up southern atmosphere. That's where we get this. That's why it was warm, but this cold front's making that humidity cold instead of warm, which it should be because it's coming up from the tropic, unless they use some chemical in it. I think they have chemical or the aluminum, barium, cadmium combination that they can blast, but some trails are just made to add to what happens to the cloud without bursts. I don't know. I have all kinds of theories. Anyway, 76 hours ago. We have a lot of fires right now. They're trying to get some cloud cover and cool it off, so it wasn't so hot, because those fires were making it real hot, real nasty as far as how volatile they were. And it was hot. It was 100 degrees yesterday. Now it's like 80. It's 80 degrees, or I mean, it's like 70 degrees outside, 75 degrees. Here's a couple trails. 1, 2 trails. There's the first one laid. There's the second one laid. Let's see if we can see anything else in here. There's a burst right there. That one right there. You see it happen right after that slide. Boom, right there. Opens up, gets wider, and goes into the rest. Now, this is 31 hours ago. Let's go back to 45 where I had the bursts. 45 minutes. 45 hours ago. There's the bursts. There's a few of them in there. 1, 2, 3. This one up here. That one. This one. A half of this one. Oh, I just lost power. That's it. My iPad's... I gotta go recharge my iPad now. Well, that's my video. Clouds created off the west coast. Use of Haarp. And most likely chemtrail vapors.